That definitely was a technical error. I apologize.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you're
that type of
bummed, dude.
yeah, I know. Sometimes that type of stuff happens, but what can you do about it? But like we were saying before, big shout out to Quex for setting up the Discord. We'll have a link to it down there. Um, Actually, are you able to put it in the chat while I'm talking? Link to the Discord.
I think I can figure that out with my
Okay.
limited abilities.
Okay. But quick, shut up that Discord. If you guys want to
Certified
follow
bum.
some
You're right, Spencer.
rude, so rude. But quick, set up a Discord. All the videos automatically upload up to there. Big shout out to him for figuring that out. I would have never been able to figure that out.
I mean, I started it, but everything else was it.
Here we go. Now he's taken, and that now he's taken some credibility.
I'm
for
kind of an important guy. All right.
He's kind of an important guy. All right, there's a link to the Discord if you guys use Discord. If not, don't worry about it. You can also hit the bell icon at the bottom of YouTube. That'll also alert you when we go live and stuff. So we definitely appreciate that type of stuff. Got 31 subs, so thank you to everybody who's subscribed. We got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of UAP, UFO news, some more concerning stuff with Bill Gates. We were over live on TikTok over there, decided to move the second half of it over here. So you guys can follow us there, follow us on X, all those places.
Before we dive into it, can we just watch something that is I thought was pretty funny? Just
Yes.
It's nothing serious, nothing. The pretext is Marco Rubio it's AI finds out he has to run Spirit Airline because Spirit just closed down.
Yeah.
So just for shits and giggles, let's see it. Let's go here, turn on audio. All right. We're in business. All right.
Looks like you're going to have to take over Spirit too, Marco.
Oh, this is so bad. I didn't realize it was this.
Oh my God. Is this the Atlanta airport?
Looks like you're going to.
Sorry, I didn't watch that, to be fair, so I didn't realize.
Oh, dude.
But
hey, listen. Marco Rubio with no training. I trust more to fly a plane than I do a female pilot.
Oh, here we go. You're checking all the boxes.
I'm checking all the boxes. No, but it's kind of fucked up when you think about it. Like Spirit Airlines couldn't get a bailout when they offer affordable flights. Granted, they're a piece of shit airline. They cut the straps on my son's car seat the one time, but like they couldn't get a bailout. But look at all the companies that got bailed out during the 2008 stock market crisis. Like it's not exactly fair.
No, but you know, they follow the money. They bailed out people they knew they could pay them back / make them money. So Spirit probably wasn't one of them.
Nope, not at all. And there's a lot of politicians who take a lot of money from airlines. So okay, that's rude. First of all, Spencer, I didn't deserve that.
Me too, Spencer.
Okay, see, now we're just. But anyways, talk about funny stuff on this episode of things that are legal, but talking about Israel isn't. Let's watch this. This is perfectly legal, but you can't criticize Israel in America.
Oh, I'll open it. You're going crazy again.
Okay.
Goddamn Ohio internet.
I don't know what it is. It's sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not.
Trust me.
Well, I know
mine is
exactly
just-
what it is. My son's been playing Roblox for 2 days straight. That's exactly what it is.
So going back to what he said, to the same exact video. Just bear with me. I'm kind of a bum too. All right. Let's dive into it. What the fuck is going on? What
I
is
don't
happening?
know.
Handing out fucking handles and machetes.
Yeah, dude. Handing out. That has got to be how is that legal? But I can't criticize Israel. This dude can hand out handles of vodka and machetes to homeless people, to meth addicts.
He's got to give them the ability to protect their $5 rock, you know?
Dude. That video's wild. Wild.
I mean, all this shit. Like, you even, I don't know how legal bum fights was back in the day, but back then, I feel like it was still more socially acceptable to sell and buy bum fights than it was to criticize Israel nowadays.
Yes. Do you remember what was better than bum fights was bum catchers? You remember the dude? He would dress up as the crocodile hunter
Steve
and go
Irwin.
tackle homeless people.
Like
Can we
sleeping in
pull
their
up-
sleeping bag.
Can we pull up a clip of bum catchers real quick?
Let's see if it's still available. Let's see.
We gotta,
I'm
yeah.
sure it is.
Spencer, have you ever seen bum catchers? By the way, if you guys can share the live, we greatly appreciate it. Get some more people in here. If we get 50 subs, we can go live on shorts, which helps a lot.
Is this one of the original ones? Okay, this is just a short of it. So we'll do this. How do I pause a short and rewind
You
a
just
short?
click on it. Look at the bottom. You should be able to drag it.
Yeah, but then I go to okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's pull it up. This is gold. I mean, it was the same people that were bum fights, but
Yeah.
the bum hunter.
Dude, it's
It is full
ridiculous.
screen. I don't know why it doesn't show it all, but whatever.
It's okay.
Dangerous bomb. It's actually a species. It steals from other bombs.
Turn the audio up a little bit.
Dude, it's mine's okay.
This guy's catching a bit.
We're
Ah.
on the track.
For some reason, it doesn't full screen. Let me make it not full screen.
Hi, AFK. Thanks for joining. We appreciate it.
AFK probably remembers Bum Hunter. Oh yeah, there we go. But it's at the top, which is the fucking oh. I'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Here we go.
Trail of a real dangerous bomb. It's actually a species. It steals from other bombs.
Hold on, mate. Hold on. Hold on, mate. Hold on. Hold on. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! It's a good one. It's a live one here. It's all right, though, mate. It's all right. It's all right.
It's a live one. I'll be back.
Woo. This one's a good fighter. All right, hold on there. Let me get a knee on. All right. As you can see, This one ran away from me right away. He knew that I was coming after him. He was trying to get a word around the colony. Everybody was stealing from other bombs. We're going to take his car away. We're going to return it to the people. He's obviously an older one. That means it's a lot harder for him.
We're on the trail of
Oh, dude. We lived in the prime time, man. We lived in the prime time.
And that's the thing. These were DVDs that were sold. Like,
Right.
you went on a website before it really got big and fucking ordered these DVDs.
This guy would be a legend in California. Yeah, he would be setting records, dude.
Oh,
man. Like that was the prime time, man, because that was around the same time Jackass came on the scenes. Like,
yeah. And well, then also not so Faces of Death. Fucking what was the other big one? It was a website. I forget what it was called now. It wasn't Faces of Death. It was another one, but it was just they didn't know how to regulate the internet yet. So
No.
it's just fucking wild.
no, like the wild, wild west of the internet was like, I'm going to say like whatever YouTube came out. So like 2005, 2006 to like 2015, the internet was just the wild, wild west. You could find, I remember watching documentaries that were like 4 hours long on how the Nazis got to the moon, dude. Like it was the most interesting shit. And that's all gone now.
Well, it also goes back to where a lot of it is coming back. A lot of it, like we mentioned the other night, is coming to the point where they're like everything's being released again, and even like political controversial shit, and like all of it's coming back. But
yeah, and drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat if you remember Prime YouTube, and if you ever watched any long conspiracy videos. I want to know like what your guys' niche was, because I was all over the place. Like
I agree, Spencer. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think the other names have. I don't think Johnny Knoxville has. I think he's helping out the homies.
100%, and Bam's in this one. But what was your guys's conspiracy niche? Like I was all over the place. I remember watching a documentary where this guy was doing a presentation of how like Bigfoot and all these different names for him were like, those were the offshoots of humanity, like basically the missing link. And that's why we haven't discovered it. And it was like 2 hours long.
I've just always liked Bigfoot and aliens. Like that was always my, well, cryptids in general. That was always my thing. Like,
me too. There's something fast, and not even like the super cryptids, even like giant things, like giant snakes or giant crocs, like that type of stuff is always fascinated.
yeah. Oh, I'm trying to look something up. It's clearly AI, guys, but the video is just like imagine seeing this thing. I'm hoping it's on. It'll come right up. Oh, Giants baseball, of course.
I was watching a few videos yesterday about giant croc sightings because they still happen all over the Nile. They report seeing 40-foot long crocs. They have a name for them. It's like the Mwambe. And like, here's my thing with that is they always write it off as myth, but these people live out there. They know what a 20-foot croc looks like. And they know when something is bigger than that. So like, why do we, I am part Bigfoot, actually. That's true. No, not really, because I can't grow a beard to save my life. It always
What
looks
are
like
these
crap.
videos that are showing up when I search giant? Oh, the internet is just undefeated. It's so bad.
It's undefeated.
I'm on X, by the way, looking for it because I thought it would be like it would just pop up. The shit that's coming on my screen right now. I'm glad I'm not streaming. What? Yeah, I can't find it, but it's
Okay, I'll pull what I had back up, but like I 100% believe there is legitimate like giant crocs, giant snakes, and that type of thing.
Oh, I think so
Because
too.
like
Yeah.
because they always write off the native people as like it's a myth, but like they live out there. Like I was saying, they know what they're seeing more than we even do.
It goes into all that. Like people are just so quick to write. Like, yeah, I'm just agreeing. I was going to go a long way of saying that I completely agree with you. It's what were the giant
Now-
apes too? The I think that was Amazonian too. I think there's a name for them, but people thought they were still around, or were they just giant apes, or there was something.
I don't know, but have you ever seen the reports out of the Congo of them basically seeing a dinosaur?
now we're really getting. I mean, who knows at this point?
But yeah, there's reports out of the Congo of them seeing basically what looks like a long neck dinosaur. I can't think of the name of it. Not Congo fighting dinosaur, Congo sighting. I don't want to see some AI of a bunch of dinosaurs fighting.
I do.
But it's basically just I mean, this is a
Yeah,
good
no fucking
representation.
thank you, Spencer. Like,
What do you say?
to look at the crocs that like know to follow boats and they snatch these dudes up like the second they step off the boat.
Oh, or they flip them. That's the terrifying thing is they'll flip them. I was watching a video today. It wasn't a giant croc, but it was this croc that was known for flipping boats and eating to people.
And that's the other thing is that they're saying it was big a few months ago or however long ago, the killer whales, that their behavior is still continuing and spreading. I think they're saying it's spreading north, like how they were disabling boats and like maybe the whole world is just like animal kingdom and everything is just fed up with our bullshit. And they're just like, yep, it's time to start taking them out.
AFK says is there's something where they pulled a dino out of a whale not fully digested. It was a plesiosaur. Can you try to find a link for that? I kind of searched it up. I haven't found anything. You know what? Let me go to X. X is the king of finding shit like that.
I'm trying to do that on X, and I'm just seeing horribly racist and horribly just weird shit. Like I put in giant apes, and I think you can imagine what the algorithm threw at me.
Yeah, I'm sure. I opened up X and I have a video of Benjamin Netanyahu doing tricep pull downs. Not a joke.
You know, he's the leader of the people.
Yeah, he is. He is. Well, I can't find it right off of here. Well, I'll have to do a search and find it. I'm sure I can find it, just not like last minute, but I want to look into that. But yeah, I mean, when you talk about there being what is it? 3% of the ocean has been surveyed.
Well, that goes into too, like there's another one that's interesting. Again, I don't have it, but that they're finding a super deep whale call. It's like 42 hertz or something. They call it B52. I think they call it maybe 52 hertz. And it's this super deep whale call. And they've never seen the whale. They don't know. So they're like, what's doing this whale call? Is it something, baiting whales down to eat it? Like it's one of the phenomena that are supposedly out there right now that they can't fucking figure out. I think it's called B52.
B52. That stuff's always fascinated me. Like, especially like giant snakes and giant crocs, because a lot of people don't know this, but if you've seen The Lost City of Z, if you've seen that movie, the guy that that movie's based off of, in his journals from some of his expeditions, he wrote and measured giant snakes. Like I think it was 50 plus feet long.
The skin,
Like,
yeah, he found the shed of the snake.
yeah. And I think he killed one too and measured it on the bank. And it was so big he couldn't even measure the whole thing. Like he estimated another 10 feet was in the water from what he had measured. But like, why do we write that off as he didn't know what he was doing, you know?
Yeah. No, because people, and it probably doesn't follow the narrative to say it. Like here's one, and this is clearly fake. It just goes into the giant thing, and just because we're goofing around and we're all talking right now, so it's I'm enjoying it. But like, imagine, you know how we said like I want to see Bigfoot at like 500 yards.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do even at 500 yards if you see this? It's not the video I was looking for, but it's still pretty funny, and for the purpose, here we go.
Was asleep amidst the trees.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Dude, I don't know what I would do. We need to pull up that one. Maybe you can answer stuff in the chat while I try to find it, but we need to pull up that one that I sent you on Instagram. I gotta try to find it real quick.
What, of the snake
And
plopping in the water?
No. It was of it was a Bigfoot. It's gonna be kind of hard.
There's so many ones coming out of, yeah. I think
But
that's what I would do. I don't even know if I'd try to run. Okay, I'd just sit there and be like, well,
yeah, at some point you just gotta like accept that
he's either
what
gonna
you're
be my
seeing.
homie or he's gonna clap my cheeks in a horrible way.
You better hope that's not what happens.
I'm just thinking of the worst case scenario. Dismiss. Well, yeah, the giant squid thing is crazy, in that like they know for a fact that we don't even know how big they really get, just because of how rarely they wash up on shore. But the species is a real thing. They have specimens of it, and who's to say there isn't the fucking kraken down there slurping people? My best bet is that he's just a homie, and he just comes up and he's like, hello. I'm like, what's up?
I don't care if he is friendly. I don't want him coming near me. Like
imagine the stink.
Oh my gosh, man.
Like if he farted next to you, the amount of methane that dude produces.
It's got to be awful. All right. I have this pulled up. This could be AI. Very well. It could be. But we've talked about this before. And I've said that I would like to see Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever you call it, from 500 meters away.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it from 500 meters away, because I feel like that's a safe enough distance where I could see that and I could like feel comfortable, and maybe it wouldn't see me. After watching this video, I've changed my mind. Let me know if the quality's bad when I hit play here.
It's good enough. I remember this one. Yeah, man. And that's no normal fucking Sasquatch. That's a giant Squatch. Because that
thing looks like it's
500 meters.
And it looks like it's about 12 feet tall.
Imagine that thing. Imagine here's the ultimate horrible scenario. You're in, and we've talked about this, Jordan, so you probably know where I'm going because it's a tie-based scenario. You're hiking, like alone with friends, whatever, and you come around this bend on the trail, and you see that motherfucker with a raging hard on, just lock eyes with you. Just,
Done. Done.
Then
Yeah.
starts,
Done.
yeah, I'm fine.
Done. I can't risk that happening. I can't. I can't risk being a Sasquatch's side piece. I cannot risk that. I gotta end it right there. But I don't know. You'll have to answer when you come back. But this video doesn't scream AI to me. It just doesn't. Like, you see a lot of AI videos, and maybe I can rewind it here and we can watch it again. Perfect. It's playing again, but it doesn't scream AI. This seems like a legit video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but who knows? There's really good AI out there, but this, it doesn't stand out to me as like, oh, this is clearly AI.
No, I agree with that, because the one thing I've kind of felt with a lot of videos I've seen with AI and stuff, it's not good at this grainy shit.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
and it's also it's always super focused.
Yep. So, I mean, but then it could be a hoax on another level. You know, someone built a stand out there with, hey, like, it's just, you never know.
It would have to be a pretty good one. But I am a Bigfoot believer.
Me too.
Put it in the comments. Well, what do you guys think about Bigfoot? Spencer asked a question. Kay said you would die from its farts. Yes, 100%. Spencer asked a question. Have you guys ever seen Hitler was trying to make super ape soldiers? Yes, I have seen that on the History Channel late at night. Back when the History Channel was cool.
That was the other heyday. Like, what was the other one? It wasn't just History Channel that they only did like World War II docs and stuff. Oh,
I don't know, but I know the Science Channel
from school. It's Science Channel too, in like do my homework, and like on like during the winter, like if there was no snow, like there was nothing to do, I'd come home from school, do my homework, just watching that shit all fucking night.
Yes. Do you remember the Science Channel used to have the animal versus humans, where they would be like the strength of a gorilla versus the strength of a human, and they would always do the CGI of like a gorilla lifting something and that type of stuff?
It was, I just think that was the heyday of like media.
It was
90s into the early 2000s was like the golden age. I think a lot of people can agree that like the movies, the music, I mean, for me, the music, like all of it was just, it was a golden era, and then we just moved away from it. And I think some of that might have been because it got too powerful. Like the killing, have you guys seen the videos and stuff of people talking about Wolfenstein? Hell yes.
Wolfenstein is legit.
Yeah, but how they killed like white grunge, like rock, because like of Woodstock. I think it was Woodstock, and they were like, "No, man, we can't have this."
And that's something I was seeing today is like rock is dead. Metal, rock, it's dead.
Well, rap is petering too. Like,
yeah, countries came back.
It has, but for me, like modern country,
I agree.
Some of them are catchy. I don't like. I like dark country. Like more like if I were to pick country that's coming out today, like the grungy, like what's his name? The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie.
Yes.
You know, stuff like that is what I stick to. But anyways, let's drive on.
No, I agree. My favorite country is like 90s country.
Yeah.
Yes, new country sucks ass. Yeah. But let's watch this video. This is our favorite UFO guy, Stephen Greer. Let's just watch it. Let me know if the quality's terrible. We have this in the Discord.
Yeah. We have it on stage.
Okay. Dr. Greer, you have said publicly that this is outside Seoul, South Korea. Is that accurate?
One of them. Now, remember, I have debriefed almost 800 whistleblowers who've had direct involvement with this. One of them was with the Pentagon for about 8 years as a very senior investigator and had baseline clearance across 18 black project, unacknowledged special access projects. He specifically knew of the one in the mountains outside Seoul, South Korea. It was so huge, they had to build a structure around it. And he was read into this in between 2002 and 2010.
Okay.
Want me to pause it?
No, you're good.
Okay.
So it had been there for some time. Now, I also know there are others that have been brought down in other locations. And if they're over a certain size, they're very, very hard to move. Imagine if they're bigger than a football field. And you're not going to put that on a semi. So it becomes logistically impossible to move it. And then in the United States, we know where there are some others, such as near Fort Sill, Oklahoma. There's a smaller one. They built a SCIF, a facility around that one. We have its location. So I know that the congressman can speak, to what he's limited, but because I'm a private citizen, I can discuss these.
Congressman, are you referring to the location in South Korea?
I can't be specific to that location. But there are wide reports. What I can say is that I've seen articles that have pointed to a specific building, and from what I've been told, that is not the facility.
That's interesting.
I just want to say,
because
I don't think. Sorry to cut, but I don't think Stephen Greer is a government plant. I think he's an alien plant. Like the aliens, that's their plant. Like,
I completely disagree. I think they have him hook, line, and sinker with disinformation. Special says, what the hell is an immovable object? Well, imagine something that's so big that it couldn't even fit on a highway. Like, it can't be broken apart. There's no way to move it. Like, we're talking about something that's a football field in every direction. Like,
especially if they want it kept together. Like, cutting it apart would cause issues with whatever, the study of it, the whole nine. And who's to know, we can't cut it apart. Maybe it's some adamantium or fucking unobtainium.
We've all seen that picture of the building in South Korea, and I do find it kind of a coincidence that now he is coming out and saying this. It's like, dude, why didn't you say this before it's already came out? Like, I don't know. I have a tough time believing Stephen Greer.
Yeah, I think he just reads the situation and follows trends, and I think he's maybe he does know a lot of stuff just because he played the right cards. But so much of it seems like he's a fucking con artist, man. Like, he's just caught on to trends, and when these things come out, he goes, "Oh yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, sure."
Okay, well, I was trying to pull up a map of Fort Sill to see if I can see any blacked out areas, but I can't. But I mean, I think it's perfectly plausible that there are these structures that were too big to move, that they've built up buildings around.
It only makes sense. If you can't move it, hide it in plain sight.
My question is, what does that lead you to believe about this phenomena then? If there are these crashes or these craft that you would presume have been crashed here for a very long time.
I mean, what do you mean? Like, I think that's part of it, and that's why we've worked with these different countries. Like, you hear about us working with Russia. Germany had their own things, like through archaeological digs and stuff like that. They've uncovered these things that have potentially been here for thousands and thousands of years. Early visitors that sat down and say, our talk about last night, that altered our genetic code, that did all this stuff, and that was their sole purpose. It wasn't a return flight. It was like, land it there, it doesn't matter.
Where'd they go though?
Prometheus, they just turned themselves into genetic juice. But I mean, or they just opened a portal and left. because they needed to bring a whole science vessel, a whole thing through, and maybe the portals don't work. That I'm just, spitballing, but
Or is this some type of lost technology that we had at a distant time in our past that we lost the ability to use? Kind of goes into what they're finding in the pyramids with these huge shafts underneath them.
yeah,
But this is allegedly,
he said
this
it.
is that building. This is the building that the congressman is saying is not. This is the one that's been floating around the internet that everybody says is the site where they built a structure around in South Korea. He's saying he was told it is not.
I mean, it just makes sense that they say that's what it, UFOs, flying discs, like.
It also makes sense that they would tell him, if it was that, no, that's not it.
Yeah, no, man. Silly goose. That's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
but for throwing Stephen Greer in there makes it hard to believe.
To me, at this point, yes. Like when he's involved in the situation, it's kind of like, eh.
But our favorite
Yeah,
congressman, I did say Shaft. Don't read too much into it.
You said huge shaft.
Huge shaft. Yes, they are huge shafts. I wouldn't know nothing about that, but our favorite congressman, who actually seems to give a shit about UAPs, old Tim Burchett, the Southern man himself, has some stuff to say. So we'll listen to him.
And then when you just look at how he presents himself, like look at his glasses crooked, like he's just a dude. Maybe he is a plant, but he just seems like such a dude. Like
if he's a plant, if he's a plant, he's the best one they've ever gotten.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to old Southern boy, Tim Burchett.
We have sworn testimony that there are recovered alien bodies. That is sworn testimony under oath, not in a secure setting, and nobody batted an eye, nobody laughed. And, there's just kind of a gasp in the room that finally somebody said that. And it's come from so many different sources that we really need to get to the bottom of it. We've had testimony. I don't know testimony. We've been briefed before that, of locations of where some of this stuff is. A member of Congress, a close friend of mine, and I'm
going to pause it there. At this point, with everything he said and everything other people have said, you can't do disclosure half-assed.
No. But that also leads to my thing is where this kind of is all disclosure. It's all disclosure.
Yeah, but
right?
I think
this is their way of that beyond soft disclosure, but medium, medium soft. I was gonna say something else, but disclosure, where it's like at this point they have done everything but actually come out, and we talked about this the other night, and say as the government, yes, they're here. But they through all of this, they're saying yes, they're here, but they aren't literally saying it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I've read these books, how somebody will approach you and stuff. And we were in the tunnel, and just so happened there's no coincidences. And this guy said to me, he said, Tim, he said, why do you want to do this? Don't you know this is going to disrupt everything?
I think they're both, Spencer. I think they're or multiple. When I think about the universe and everything else and the size and the vastness of it all, like to me it seems kind of, I don't want to say narrow-minded, but like to think there's only one race that's been here. There's only one. Like I think it's. And that adds to the difficulty of it all, that there's the multiple different types that have come here.
Yeah. And what's his name? David Icke. He's been reporting on the reptilian thing for a long time. He's that
Yeah, I think the
witness.
reptilians are the ones that have infiltrated us. Like,
Yes. And we've seen congressional testimony. I'll try to look it up real quick of them saying there are aliens that are walking among us. Like, how crazy is that?
I mean, it's crazy, but it's not crazy. Like, and then you see these things that I think more so than ever. Sorry, you got me stuck on it for a second, but more so than ever, more so than anything else, is camera glitches. But like when you see these, like some of them are pretty crazy. Like someone just in the foreground or in the background of, say, like a congressional hearing, or and you see their eyes go all weird, or you see their face. There's a more recent one that I think it was what's the big music Coachella. One of the performers there, I've seen a couple videos come out that it kind of looks like a camera glitch, Jesus. But at the same time, it looks like he's a fucking zombie, man.
Yeah.
Like shit changes. He's a rapper. Shit, and he looks like a zombie for a second, and it's just. I agree, Spencer. Yeah,
you've seen that too with the not the Queen, Prince Harry's wife. There's that weird video of her where she looks like her face isn't moving. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And you know, I could lead that to a body double wearing a mask for a public event, a fucking robot or anything at this point. I don't really
right.
Yeah. And that's when sorry, Kay mentioned a thing, and I responded to Spencer, and Toddler is nice, and like, so we don't really know where we fall in the growth, because like the theory of the growth of like the universe and everything is like there's potentially civilizations 50,000 100,000 years ahead of us, and then there's the possibility of civilizations way behind us, you know, that are still single cell amoebas, you know, squirming in the mud, kind of like my brain. But I do agree. I think more so than ever. And there was another thing. I don't know. Did you pull it up last night, or did you send a link that basically was saying along the lines that like we're almost at a war with these civilizations, that like they could snuff us out, but at the end of the day, we can't be trusted type thing. Like, no,
yeah,
you guys are fucking idiots. You can't do this. No.
Yeah, and one thing I was thinking about, I was kind of pondering this the other day, is like, why would we assume that they evolved like us? Maybe they never had internal conflict between their race. Like they evolved to be peaceful, and we are these wild monkeys who want to destroy and kill each other. And they're seeing this and they're like, what the they have bombs that can destroy fucking a quarter of a planet, like. And that's why
they just went fully into, and they never thought of it. Kind of went to what I was talking about last night. If everyone was good, people, there was none of this, like, where there's none of this development research and any of this bullshit. It's all in making us better. It's all in making a better life. And then you get a gray who can, you know, snap into existence, dark skies you, just fucking show up and be like, I don't need a gun. I don't need a bomb. If I want to take you, you're gone.
But they seem malevolent. When you look at abduction cases and you look at cattle mutilations, it doesn't seem, it's not positive interactions. But at the same time, if they don't view us as an equal, is it any different than, you know, what we do to animals?
Well, that was Stephen Hawking's thing. Is they view us as ants. Like, how do you look at an anthill? You can sit there and watch it and go, or you can snuff it out. Like, it's that simple. That, or all these abductions and all this other bullshit has never been them. It's
been us.
it's been us, and it's just kind of subversely, if that's the right word, putting their name through plants in media and in the conspiracy theories, conspiracy field, saying, oh, it's aliens.
And that goes into the missing 411 stuff. If you guys have never watched the missing 411, I wouldn't even watch the documentaries. I would go watch the interviews that the guy has done. It is disturbing shit. But like that stuff seems malevolent too. Like people will go missing and then they'll be found 12 days later on a trail that had to be walked every day for the search teams. Or they'll be found in water, but their bodies have been dead. They've been dead for 3 days, and it looks like they've only been in water for like 12 hours.
And then like
just
folded
weird
clothes,
shit.
but they're like inside out and shit. Like, that's where
like
I
there
go
was
into.
one.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, there was, just going off your point, there was one, it was a child who went missing, searched for years and years and years. And then some guy who was hiking found his clothes folded on a tree stump and the skull was on top. Like that seems like very malevolent.
Yeah. And when I go that route, that's where I go into my like maybe a trans-dimensional type shit, where it's another dimension, where it's like portal type shit. Like there's no spacecrafts, there's no abductions. It's like you're walking, because you hear some of the things people are talking. Like you're walking behind me on a trail, we're having a conversation, and I ask you a question. I'm like, oh, wait a second, and I turn around and you're gone. No noise, no nothing, no, just bloop, out of existence. Then bloop, this stuff is back, folded clothes, skulls, bodies, like that kind of, which is terrifying. Like the portal, like the portal theory, like that way of thinking to me is more scary than a spaceship.
It is. And that's what David Paulides has talked a lot about. Again, maybe we do a 411 episode on TikTok. Maybe we do a 411 episode over on TikTok. If you guys aren't following us there, go follow us over there. But maybe we'll do that on Monday or Tuesday. But that's one thing David Paulides said, is like, it's not like these people are always alone. He says the majority of the time they're at the back of the group and they just disappear. People will say they seen them seconds ago. They look back and they're just gone, and you can't find them. And for anybody who's never looked into missing 411, he eliminates anything that could be suicide.
He does a great job.
Suicide, foul play, animal attacks. He eliminates that stuff. Like, it is scary shit.
In animal, more times than ever, we'll end it here, because like Kay said, she would like an episode, but like animal attacks most of the times are the easiest thing to get rid of, because they find the bodies and or clothes and bones, and like a big cat or a bear is gonna tear your clothes apart, is gonna cause markings on bones. Like, it's not a clean kill.
Oh,
and
this is something else.
Yeah, and even in the environment around it, like animal attacks are not clean. There's blood. There's signs of distress. There's all, it's, and none of it ever points. And that's why for me it's super easy to. But he does do a good job. He did his shit, and I think it was just timing and the ability that so many people just, well, yeah, whatever, okay, sure, you're crazy, but what if?
Right. But I was wrong. It wasn't a Congress testimony. This is from a Harvard researcher, which I still think is about as credible sources you could get. But saying that they're
I grew up there.
Okay.
No, I'm being funny, but yeah, go ahead.
This is just the first link I saw. So this is from international news media, but it is legitimate. I've seen it talked about here, but it's a Congress researcher who said that there's potential aliens could be living among us disguised as humans. We won't play the full thing, but we'll play a little bit of it.
They are an advanced species. They're highly intelligent, and they hide in a secret base here on Earth by disguising themselves as humans. Sounds like the plot of Men in Black. Maybe the movie was ahead of its time because a new study says that this could be true. You're not making this up. A study has been conducted by researchers at the Harvard University, and they say aliens may be walking among humans as humans. Researchers have three hypotheses. First, aliens have come from a different time period or planet. Second, they have evolved on Earth but separately from humans. And third, they come from an ancient civilization that was not completely destroyed. The study also says that aliens possibly function out of a secret location. They could be living underground or in multiple regions on Earth that Gen Z would probably call sus, meaning suspicious.
Hell yeah.
I think we
She's great.
Yeah.
I chalk that up to being like Quex and K. Like they're this mysterious being that just is there and no one knows if they're real.
Oh man. But it kind of fits into what we've been hearing from the congressional testimonies of there being these massive underwater bases that can move around. They're gigantic, and they've been there for a long time. It's a scary thought, though, to think that there could be these creatures that can look like us walking around among us.
It is a scary thought, but at the same time, when I think of covert action spies, when I think of what humans can do to other humans in the same sense, right? Going to what an advanced civilization can do to how easy is it for them to mimic, especially if they're telepathic and all this, where they could be so advanced in the brain that they're not actually wearing a disguise. They can just transmit this signal out of their head that makes everyone around them see them as just a person.
Yeah. I think
what if it's so advanced that there's shit like that we can't even you don't even question because you can't comprehend it.
I think that could be it. I've heard that a lot. Even with the Bigfoot thing, is whatever area you are from, or whatever you are able to recognize, whenever you see whatever these things are, that's what you will perceive it as.
Yeah. And that's where certain people are more open because we know the human brain is very powerful. And people that deal with ghosts, because that's a big thing I believe in, ghosts, whatever you want to call it. That some people are more perceptive to it.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are maybe the people we've called crazy all along, but they're the people that are what the fuck? What is happening? You don't see this? And us dull-brained people are just no, man, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And this is a sidebar.
Resident Alien, yeah.
I've never seen it. This is a sidebar, but I was watching something today. Do you know part of MK Ultra? They were taking the blood from schizophrenic people and injecting it into normal people, because schizophrenic people, their adrenaline's always going. So, and
I didn't
apparently
know that aspect of it. I know the MK Ultra program, but I didn't know that specific that they were doing shit like that.
So yes. And apparently it's an incredible hallucinogenic. It's one of the top ones you can get, but that's some of the testing they were doing, is taking schizophrenic people and basically getting other normal people high off of their blood.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever seen the other ones that are cool? Sorry. That are schizophrenic people that are schizophrenic to have used AI and stuff to generate what they see?
No.
Oh, dude, it's bonkers. Let me look for it while we're on this. I'm hoping it Jesus, how do you even spell schizophrenic?
Yeah, good luck. But my thing is what if schizophrenic people have been, they can't be fully right, but what if they've been partially right? We just we just write them off as crazy. But what if some of the stuff they have been seeing is legitimate?
Yeah, and that's the point of what I was saying the whole time. I don't know how to spell. I just tried schizo. It's interesting. Like they even put the voices in it, like when he's looking at a bird. Okay, I don't want to sit here and dig too. I don't know how to spell schizo. Is it?
I'll see if I can have any luck, but I found that to be interesting and really disturbing, and to think that stuff just stopped. Like we think MK Ultra, which by the way, did you hear there's going to be a congressional hearing about MK Ultra?
Yeah.
Like and to think that stuff just stopped like in the 70s and stuff it's crazy.
How do I spell schizo? Does anyone know how to spell?
All right.
It is interesting. I wanted to find it, but it's just a really, because mental health fascinates me. And
I'm trying to find it too, because now I want to see it also.
it's interesting. Someone help us out.
Spencer brought up.
Oh yeah, that shit's awesome.
It wasn't World War II. It was Vietnam, but they were using red phosphor, not phosphorus. Phosphorus will burn you alive. Red phosphor. Their night vision, and some of the people who were in the early stage of it said that they were seeing like interdimensional beings, like demons and stuff. And that's the whole reason they moved away from using red instead of green or white.
Oh, fuck. It's just the schizophrenia thing is. That's one of them. What is this? Oh, I see how to spell it. Okay. I was close, but okay, fucking. I do like these sidebars, especially when we involve.
I do too.
Aliens like K.
I'm not seeing anything. I'll let you keep searching it kind of while I talk, but yeah, the red phosphor thing is fascinating because there's like eyewitness testimony you can find on the internet of a Vietnam vet talking about how they were using the red phosphor night vision and seeing like flying, what they described as demons flying around them.
Okay, I found it.
Okay.
I just needed to spell the word, but I mean, this is just one representation because I guess, it's different for everyone, but
right now is a schizophrenia simulator. It was created by someone living with schizophrenia so others can experience what their daily reality feels like. Watch till the end if you think you can handle it.
Beautiful day. What's so beautiful about it?
Hello, my name is the tree.
Oh, you see that? Oh, keep yourself steady.
I am a tree. I am a tree. I have many friends.
Yeah, no.
What you're seeing right now is a schizophrenia.
It's just, and it goes into like how crazy the brain is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Like what if their third eye is just open and ours is closed?
Yeah.
And
those are just all things that are here. They're all, like the K's and Quexes of the world just sitting there going, oh yeah, wow.
K, he's coming for you hardcore tonight. I don't know what you did.
She's an alien, dude. Just like our Discord creator. He's
Yeah.
AI. She's an alien. I
Just the
kind of believe that the the trees. There's something to trees, man. Trees are weird. Trees are.
Have you ever seen where they were talking about how the Devil's Mountain out in Montana or whatever, they think it has giant roots under it, like it was a tree at one point?
I think I've seen it. It's that plateau base, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes,
What's that
I know what
called?
you're talking about. That they say there's a bunch of these places on Earth that were the trees that God sent them down to cut, so during the flood they couldn't climb and stuff.
I mean, shit, dude. When you look at it, it looks like a fucking tree.
A lot of them do, but at the same time, it's like if you showed me, and maybe they just haven't yet, like certain things, like how long did it take them to do this advanced satellite and fly over LiDAR penetration under the pyramids? It's taken so long. So who's to say they haven't done that yet on these structures, these naturally occurring structures? Maybe at some point they do, and they're like, yeah, man, those were giant trees. Like,
Right. And how long is it going to take us to get under those pyramids and figure out what the hell those columns are? We've
right,
had
like
numerous.
there's all this talk, and no one has been like, yeah, it's probably, again, it's all money. Who's going to fund it?
Yeah.
Are you going to pay for us to, because we can't damage the pyramid, we can't touch it, so you got to build Elon, perfect guy. Let's go, Elon. Go over there, dig one of your super tunnels down there, and give us some fucking answers, man.
Right. Like you were talking about building an underground highway in LA fucking 10 years ago. But I think the big holdback is the Egyptian
I've seen
government.
a bunch of those. Yeah, I agree. But I've seen a bunch of those, Spencer, too.
Yes, that is very fascinating because they even have road signs that go to it. Maybe I can pull up a quick clip of that, but the Ark is very fascinating because it's in the exact mountain they said it landed on, and two, like it's one of those known things over in that area, but nobody takes the time to go
That's
study.
one of those things, like, given our history and given everything, like, and given, I know supposed, but a lot of archaeologists that have submitted shit they found for the missing link for other things, that then the Smithsonian says, or whatever the main one is, we have to verify this, and then the sample goes missing or the artifact goes missing. So wouldn't you think that, like, the Ark, that the what's the other one? Drawing a mind blank. The big thing they carried with the chalice inside.
The Ark of the Covenant.
Okay, I thought he was talking about Noah's. Oh, he is talking about Noah's Ark. Okay, yeah, I was saying Ark too. All right, yeah, same thing. Like, wouldn't those be things that are like top of the list?
As far as what?
Like, if all this stuff that people are coming forward and saying that the Smithsonian, I think it's the Smithsonian, whatever, the world authority on archaeology, like, a lot of the shit people find, you have to send it in to them, because it's like me saying, I found this. Okay, you need to send it in so we can test it and verify that these things they send in go missing and never get verified. In like one woman was, I think it was in the Mississippi Delta or something, thinks she found like the missing link. Well, that happened to her. The shit disappeared, left unverified, and then she was blacklisted after, on top of that. So if they're going through that effort to do that, if you believe that conspiracy, that side of it, to hide these things other people are finding, don't you think they'd go through the effort of finding these things?
Well, I think they have.
then why not come out though? Like, why not come out and be like, this is the proof? Like,
Well, I don't think they want it to come out.
but why?
Like,
What's the reasoning for not?
well, because it verifies the biblical story. Like this, what we're about to see, this structure that looks exactly like a boat, is also the exact same dimensions on the exact same mountain that it says it was built to and that it landed.
I'm listening. Keep going and play it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to play it.
American researchers working in the high mountains of Turkey have uncovered what appear to be hidden tunnels similar to the descriptions of the biblical account of Noah's Ark.
Our next guest says his newly found evidence can prove that Noah's Ark did in fact exist, turning this biblical mystery into a reality. Joining us now from Turkey is one of those researchers from Noah's Ark Scans, Andrew Jones. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us and for all the good work that you're doing. This is fascinating. Tell us about your findings that could prove the real life existence of Noah's Ark.
Thank you for having me on. Yes, greetings from the mountains of Ararat, where the Bible says the ark landed. I'm about 1 mile from the Iranian border, and in this remote area, this boat formation was discovered in 1959. But our new research has shown that there are tunnels about 4 meters down and about 2 meters high, going down the center of the boat and on the inside edge of the hull shape. And so we really believe that this layout showing tunnels and also possible support beams and walls would suggest that it's a man-made object and not just a natural formation.
Yeah, many geologists disagree with that. They say, look, this is just a natural form.
Well, then
I don't think so, dude.
Well, then it also points into why do they want to go get Iran? Why do they now setting their sights on Turkey? Maybe. Like,
yeah, I mean, dude, it does not look like a natural formation. It looks like a boat. And I remember watching a documentary, again, going back to the old History Channel, of that 1959 encounter. It was a father and a son who were walking on that mountain and fell through into the lower, like underneath the deck of it. It's like, this has been something that's known about, but it's never investigated by credible people. Granted, this guy's doing it, but most people haven't heard of it. And it's because they want it silenced, because it kind of clarifies the biblical, that there is truth to the biblical narrative of Noah's Ark and thus the flood.
yeah, to me, and maybe that's part of the whole dividing us thing. Like, that would be a huge thing in bringing people together, being able to say, listen, this is the truth. This is what really happened.
Yeah, but what if that would require them to dispel a whole bunch of shit, evolution, a lot of stuff, the history of the world?
I mean, think about it. So much of it is in the biblical sense. So much. How do we count time? How does pretty much everyone on earth count
Well, they're
time?
changing that too. It's not BC anymore. It's BCE, before Common Era, not before Christ anymore. Like, they're
But it's
changing
still
all that
lining
stuff.
up to before Christ. Like,
Yeah, but they've changed the name. It's for a specific reason, you know,
yeah.
in my opinion.
No, and having the big religions, and this is what goes back to my thing, having the big religions keeps people separated, and they don't want people together. People that aren't together, aren't unified, are easier to rule than a unified people.
So, Spencer, you were talking about the Ark of the Covenant, and I'm going to play this video. It's the first one I've found. I don't know how accurate it's going to be, but I can kind of talk to it, because there is another guy, and I'm going to pull it up here. I'm going to pull it up here and let it sit for a second. But this says the CIA found the Ark of the Covenant.
Well, that
It's
goes back
been
to
reported-
like MK Ultra and all that, when they had like or the other one, whatever, remote viewers went to go view it, but they were kicked out.
Yeah. And it's been reported for a while that it is in Ethiopia. And there is people who guard it. And if you remember the story of the Ark of the Covenant, if you see it, you go blind. Like you can't see it. The people who guard it end up developing cataracts, and they don't let any outsiders go see it. They've just been guarding this thing. So I'm going to let this play. I'm going to go grab a book by the author who mentioned it so that I get his name right. But Ponte, just holler at me. My headphones will work, but holler at me if it's not good quality. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
This is wild. Newly declassified CIA documents reveal that in 1988, the CIA located the Ark of the Covenant. If you don't know what the Ark of the Covenant is, it is an ancient artifact that people around the world have been searching for in a real life treasure hunt. It is a wooden chest encrusted in gold, and inside it is supposed to hold the original tablets of the 10 Commandments. The documents show that this was under Project Sunstreak. They used remote viewing to find the Ark of the Covenant, which they say now is in Ethiopia. In other words, they used advanced psychics and people that were well-versed in telepathy. We know that the CIA and the intelligence communities have been using these gifted people for their different various projects for a while now, but to see it written down on these declassified documents is crazy. Those documents believe that the Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia, but there's been a lot of speculation if Donald Trump has the real Ark of the Covenant at Mar-a-Lago because he has a complete replica of it there. It was the worldwide treasure hunt.
So that is true. He does have a complete replica of it. But that's interesting because that was more along the line. That was more along the lines of what you were talking about. And remote viewing is a legit thing. Our government has used remote viewing. It's 100% a legit thing that works. And the guy I was talking about, Graham Hancock, he also wrote this book, America Before. But he is the one who has talked to these people in Ethiopia who guard this where the Ark of the Covenant allegedly is. The CIA just said that they were remote viewing in Ethiopia and that the people guarding it develop cataracts and stuff.
Makes sense. I mean, that's those little, whether you want to call them synchronicities or coincidences.
But why does the CIA care?
Because they believe there's some power behind it, and maybe through controlling it, like you said, they don't want that to be out because it causes a risk to the country controlling its people and the other parts of the world.
Spencer says he is the Antichrist. I'm assuming you're talking about Trump. I don't think Trump is the Antichrist. I think Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, has more of a chance of being him.
He's just ushering, he's protecting the Antichrist. He's bringing up the Antichrist.
Yeah. But this was a good show. I think we can end it here. I mean, we've done over 3 hours between here and TikTok, so.
No, I always enjoy these conversations. We'll have them whether we're live or not, so.
Yeah. But thanks everybody for joining. If you haven't, follow us on TikTok. We'll probably be live there next. Don't know exactly when, but we definitely want to keep going live over there. If you could share the video, we appreciate it. We're trying to get 50 subs over here on YouTube shortly. That way we can go live on the shorts feed here, get a little bit more recognition. But we appreciate everybody watching. We appreciate all the engagement in the chat. Trying to be a little bit more engaging. It's difficult sometimes on this end, but the engagement definitely makes it.
It was fun. Like this was I think this, like, I always enjoy it, but I think when, like, especially if we made episodes specifically for this, like engaging with, I mean, Kay and this weirdo Spencer guy, I don't like it's fun because we're having a conversation with people other than ourselves. So
yes, this was probably one of the yeah, this was probably one of the more enjoyable ones I've had. So thank you to everybody for engaging and stuff. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
Thanks, Kay.
Yep. Thank you. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later.